Thank you, everybody. Cool. Give it up for Brent one more time and all that thing. So yeah, I live in Chicago. I moved there after college. And the other day I realized about when rent was coming through that I was a real human. I was a full-grown human, you know? That bummed me out. Fucking bills. Like, you guys remember pretend games? Like playing make-believe and stuff? Like, I can't do that anymore. It's probably why I do comedy. But like, I can't do that anymore. Like, back when I was a kid, I could be on like the play structure, and 1 second I was Chris Higgins, and the next second I was Lieutenant Ben Benson. And the play structure is a B-52 bomber. Don't touch the gravel, it's Germans. No, I can't do that. Like later tonight, I can't go up to you guys and be like, you guys, we're dwarves. Everybody here who's not a Broncos fan is a dark elf. Don't go to the bathroom. It's Germans. And that's nothing against the Germans. They just commonly found their way into the enemy role while I was playing pretend. Don't ask about my sex life. But they're the only reason. Like, thank God for Germany, because like they're the only reason France talks to us anymore. Like, at all, you know, and because they got invaded twice. But I'll just explain that. But like, and I realize why France fucking hates us, you guys. It's not like basic moral and cultural differences. Actually, both countries treat brown people from the South quite the same. They found out about the phrase "excuse my French." You know that one? The one we've boiled down an entire 1,000-year Romance language to literally shit. That's like if we were in like China or something, they're like, oh, excuse my Mongolian. I'm so sorry. My bad. But I do miss being a kid. Like a lot of my references and stuff made like a lot more sense. Like when I talked about Smeagol in excess, that people were okay with that, and now it's not okay at all. You know, like, and I figured something out about living in Chicago. I realized where J.R. Little Tolkien got the inspiration for Smeagol. It's the south side of Chicago. Saw a crackhead, and the guy was just sitting there. He's like, I want the precious. I'll suck a dick for the precious. Son of a bitch. Give me your shorts. That's something I do quite often. Yeah, Smeagol voice. Can we imagine for a second if Smeagol didn't die in a large cauldron of lava at the end, and like he got over his addiction or something like that? Like Smeagol is like a nice guilt trippy, you know, like Catholic or something like that. Praise be, my brothers. I really like Alicia Keys. Some people want diamond rings, but I don't want anything. I just want my precious baby. So like I said, I moved to Chicago. From here originally, but I moved to Chicago to pursue comedy, which is a joke. But basically what I'm saying is I'm going to be a waiter here real soon. Which would make me a rare form of waiter, you know? Like, have you guys ever seen a chubby waiter before? No, for the sake of this bit, definitely not, okay? Like, could you imagine such a thing? Like me waiting tape. When food gets this close to mouth hole, it gets funneled in, all right? I would come sit there and be like, there's your food. Think you're gonna eat that? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Crazy question. Hey, listen. You guys don't have to tip me. Just leave that garlic couscous. Okay. All right, see ya. Oh, I forgot. Do you want Parmesan cheese on your salad? No, you don't? Do you mind if I have some? Just tell me when. So, speaking of fat white people that are dumb, the NFL is starting up soon. And recently, lead fat dumb Trent Dilfer, NFL analyst, was quoted saying, "If you lose games in the NFL, you cannot win." Just 100% correct. And it's still the dumbest fucking thing I've heard a person say. But this isn't unique to, young Trentle Bean, little tiny soft-headed Trent. It goes on, like I was back home in Chicago and I was watching the Gold Cup, the international soccer on Univision, because I have a fucking amazing cable package, and it was in Spanish, and at one point the announcer said the word manzana, which I know in my limited Spanish means apple. I also know in my limited experience as a human being that you shouldn't be talking about apples when you're talking about sports at all. And I asked my roommate, I was like, why the fuck did he just say apple? And he goes, oh, it was like an analogy, like the Jamaican team, they left the low-hanging fruit, and the scoring team, they plucked the apple. It's a dumb fucking analogy. But, it doesn't stop there. There are other sports that participate in trying to make analogies while announcing things, like hockey, absolute favorite. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. We'll give you some examples. Like recently, I was in Chicago watching a lot of hockey. They're like, oh God, Montague really laid the hit there on Callahan. God, just opened the lid and dipped him in ranch. Never see anything like it. Oh my God. Oh God, yeah, Montague really there with the steel there. That's craftier than telling your friend you're gonna save a seat for him and then stealing that chair for yourself. Holy cow. It's just like, oh, they're on the power play here. They're on the power play here. Only four men on the rink. It's like they've opened the kitchen, emptied the refrigerator and cabinets, and they decided not to make any hot dishes. No food. I don't know where this accent's from. I think it's South Dakota, but no one's ever been there, so no one knows. Oh God. So I like to do accents. Super fun. Actually, never mind. Fuck that joke. I have cousins from England, and all the way in Kent, England, which is like a really posh area where they have like swimming pools for no fucking reason. And it's raining all the time. We can't go out there, but isn't that nice? And one of my limited communications ever with my cousin when we were growing up was when Allen Iverson got traded to the Denver Nuggets. He wrote me a fucking letter. He was like, "Dear Chris, I see that Allen Iverson was picked up by the Nuggets. Wow, they're going to be unstoppable. I like the Nuggets because you do. Best wishes, dearest Daniel." Like, let's picture the letter here. It said best wishes, and then on the same line it said, dearest Daniel. It goes around like that. That's how they do in England, Like, hello, dearest Daniel. Well, yes, hello, wicked with no knives. Tricky bitch. I'll leave you on one before I go. I like to do voices, they're fun. I sometimes get a little carried away, you know? Like, particularly like hitting on women and stuff at the bar. Certain voices work, certain voices don't. Like, don't go up to a girl and go like, yeah, wanna know how I got these scars. But like, if somehow you succeed, don't wake her up with like a good morning sunshine. I like the Australian accent though. You always go 3 first names. Well, call yourself Steve Carl Bruce. Alright? Talk about your Jeep a lot, alright? I'm going through the outback, right? I'm just humming along in my Jeep, okay? And I hit a divot, dust comes up. Didgeridoos come in from the wind. As the dust settles, there's an Aboriginal right there. He introduces himself. He says, "Oh, my name's Doug, okay? Listen, on the roof of your green Jeep is a dingo." So I get out my green Jeep, still green, all right? And it's not a dingo. It's a great white shark. Thanks, guys. I've been Chris Higgins.